How's it going, everybody? You know, I run a gaming channel that's pretty heavily focused on mobile gaming. I know mobile gaming is pretty much right around the corner. The rise of mobile gaming, at least. I see, I play a lot of mobile games in order to make the channel, obviously, and I've seen an increase in the quality of games dramatically in the last couple weeks to last month, really over the summer. And I haven't really seen a mobile game news show. So I decided, why not make one? So without further ado, this is the first episode of Mobile Game News Show, brought to you by Genesis One Gameplay. I'm your host, Garrett. Got a great show for you, great episode. Gonna run through a new mobile game by Trivia Crack. We're gonna run through some other trivia games created from some of your favorite game shows. We're gonna talk one of the top soccer mobile games. Later on, we're gonna talk a little Pubg. We're gonna talk about some Apple Arcade recent releases. We're gonna talk about the new Madden. And I have a theory on why the new platform version of Madden 21 really isn't that good. A lot of people gave some poor reviews and just overall came to the conclusion that the game wasn't really worked on that much and there weren't too many improvements from Madden 20, last year's version of EA Sports Madden. My theory is basically related to mobile gaming. If you can't guess, we'll talk about it later in the show. But there's a couple other things. Let's get to it. First topic on this episode's agenda, we're going to talk from Trivia Crack to Trivia Cars. Makers of Trivia Crack have made a new version of a mobile trivia game where essentially they add an extra element. And now you're racing against people you're competing against in a competition to try to answer more questions in a row than everyone you're competing against. The game includes over 2 million user-generated questions. The play is online. It includes all real players. This game, it adds an extra real racing element, like I said, where you have to string together a list of correct answers in order to avoid obstacles and not crash to lose the game. You answer one question incorrect, you're out of the race, and you're out for that turn until you play again. Players can also compete and win in weekly multiplayer events, similar to popular mobile games like Mario Kart, like NBA 2K Mobile. So they're trying to get on board with that to have, like a long-term mobile game people will regularly play, be engaged with some weekly competitions, some weekly updates to keep the game fresh. I think it's going to be a good game. I played it a couple times, and I give it maybe about an 8 out of 10. It's still a little stale for me, those kind of trivia games. They step it up a little more, add one more element to it. I think it'll be a little more engaging for myself. But I think it's a very good game overall. Speaking of trivia games, you can now play popular game shows, TV game shows, in the palm of your hand thanks to companies like Sony and Scopely. Sony released 2 popular game show mobile games, Jeopardy, ABC's classic, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And Scopely jumped all over Wheel of Fortune. Their slogan, I wonder where it came from, seize the play. Both games, or all 3 games, are excellent. I've played them plenty of times, and I highly recommend them. Just as casual trivia games, you could play with family or friends. But yeah, all 3 great games, well represent all 3 game shows. Next on the agenda, we're going to talk a little Pubg. I predict a rise in Pubg gameplay over the next month, 2 months, who knows how long. It's recently been released as a free game on PlayStation 4's PlayStation Plus network, And they have also, in the arena of mobile gaming, cracked down on user cheating and gameplay cheating. So it should be good. You should see an increase in user gameplay, I would expect, over the next few months. Played a little PUBG recently. After doing that, I picked up the Garena Free Fire Battle Royale mobile game, and I thought that game was excellent. In comparison to Call of Duty, it's got a Warzone kind of style gameplay. Games start out with 50 players. You can use a variety of weapons and tactics, just like PUBG, to try to be the last player standing in the arena. I thought the game was great. I thought the gameplay was smooth. It was fun. I'm definitely going to pick it up and play it again. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Talking sports mobile games, for a while, Tap Sports Baseball was king of mobile baseball games. But now, over the summer, the App Store and Google Play both have released an onslaught of baseball games, including MLB 9 Innings 20, MLB Home Run 2020, Baseball Superstars 2020. It's more of an anime style baseball game, but plenty of fun, arcade. MLB Perfect Inning 20, Baseball Star, Baseball 9, and Home Run Clash, which has been around for quite a bit also. But you have, at this point, an onslaught of mobile games, baseball style, that you can play, and honestly, all of them have their own pros and different styles, and they're fun games, great mobile games, and I definitely believe that the rise of mobile gaming is just around the corner, and this is another example. Next on the list, we have a game I played recently, and I was blown away, similar to Free Fire, mobile sports game known as DLS20. I don't think it's as popular here in the US, but it seems to be one of the top mobile games overall worldwide. Honestly, I picked it up, I played it, I went through the tutorial, I went through a game. It might be the smoothest sports mobile gameplay I've ever played. The controls, where they're set up, I didn't have to change them. Default, they were great. And just moving around, kicking the ball, passing, shooting, it felt like FIFA in the palm of my hand. Maybe the graphics were a little worse, but it was like PlayStation 2 level FIFA, controls, graphics, and all. I was blown away that it was free. I could download it and play it within a few minutes of finding it. And experience that gameplay right in the palm of my hand. Mobile, I was like, whoa, this is a nice game. Highly recommend. Highly recommend, and just in itself, I think it adds to what I've been talking about throughout this whole episode, where the rise of mobile gaming is just around the corner. And we'll see how this next year goes, how this coronavirus goes, people stuck at home, game developers, working and knowing that people are stuck at home and probably more inclined to play mobile games, to play video games in general. As the old decease, the young expand, and as time goes on, that only continues. So we'll see how it goes. Apple Arcade, which honestly, when it released, kind of raised the bar on mobile gaming. A lot of their games, I think a lot of money went into their development. They recruited smaller companies and put together this library of Apple Arcade games. And just recently, they had released, in my opinion, the second wave of Apple Arcade games. We'll go through them a little bit. First, we got World's End Club, Samurai Jack, a Cartoon Network classic, Next Stop Nowhere, Game of Thrones, Tale of Crows, The Lullaby of Life, Necro Barista, Death, Coffee, and Feelings, Creeks, Meet Your New Neighbors. Most of these games, their own unique graphic design styles, art styles, and offer some form of puzzle-like gameplay. And in my opinion, they're highly entertaining, they're highly engaging, and a lot of time I'm blown away by the artwork, by the graphic, by the detail compared to modern mobile games or free mobile games, before Apple Arcade. I'm excited about the future of Apple Arcade and what else they're going to release in their competition with Google Cloud Gaming, which we'll see when that's released. Big movement in mobile gaming recently. Brawlhalla, the cross-platform brawler, multiplayer brawler, recently has released a mobile version for both iOS and Android. And when you download these games for mobile, you can join all the 40 million other players across other platforms, and you could technically be playing at someone on PS4 or PC on your mobile device. And I played this. It's smooth. I had to make an adjustment to the controls at first. Once I did that, though, I thought the game was excellent for a mobile game. I haven't seen a brawler. This brawler, is in competition with Super Smash Bros. Probably for, long-term multiplayer brawler games. And in my opinion, they did an excellent transition from cross-platform PC, PS4. I'm not sure if it's for Xbox. To mobile, and I was blown away. In my opinion, this marks a huge turning point in mobile gaming. This is essentially one of the biggest, the second or first biggest multiplayer brawler, probably the biggest cross-platform multiplayer brawler across the globe, and now it's gone mobile. That's pretty big in my opinion, and that's why I'm making news about it. We are going to get into maybe the reason you clicked on this video, basically the meat and potatoes of this episode. Why was Madden 21 for platform so poorly received, and why do people think that, or have proof? I've seen YouTube videos of just gameplay animations, just players in the game, AI players reaching for animations and not really in sync with one another. And that was picked apart pretty terrible in the YouTube community. Honestly, in my opinion, I played a decent amount of Madden 21 mobile. You can see it on my channel. I have plenty of videos. And honestly, for a mobile game, another game I highly recommend. And that may be the reason why Madden 21 for platform did so poorly this year. Because they either split up the developers into larger groups to cover Madden 21 mobile, or they just spent less time on Madden 21 platform and more time on Madden 21 mobile than last year, just because of the expectation of maybe the rise of mobile gaming. But basically, I noticed, I didn't play the Madden platform yet. I didn't even buy it because of the poor reviews. But by playing Madden 21 mobile and seeing videos of Madden 21 platform on YouTube, I came to the conclusion that Madden 21 mobile had improved versus the Madden 21 platform version. And from seeing just added features, just clear time spent in Madden 21 mobile, I think it's a reasonable assumption to make. If you have other ideas, other reasons why you think Madden 21 for platform didn't do as well, and it was a little surprising. I think ratings I saw online were around a 6, where last year's Madden 20 platform version was maybe around an 8 or so, and just a downgrade in the overall quality of Madden over the last few years. And maybe it's because of the rise of mobile Madden. Who knows? If you have other ideas, feel free to comment below. Again, share, and just, feel free to watch any videos on my channel. I have plenty of gameplay videos. I intend to continue with both this show and the gameplay channel, and I have, honestly, endless amounts of games, access to games. I don't even have emulators that, you could potentially download. I have games that, I was a kid that never sold, never got rid of any of his games from when he was younger. I still have them all, and I just have to have the time and your support to play them and show you the world of gaming all the way back from, the early 90s to now, which I believe I have a pretty good, understanding and knowledge of. And I hope you support the channel, support this show that I've just recently created, and once I come across some more new mobile information, mobile gaming information, put together another episode for you guys. It's not going to be a consistent schedule, but it'll be there. thanks for the support so far, and hope you watch, hope you like. And again, feel free to comment below, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the flip side.